Hey, good afternoon, everyone. Futures Brizio here. It is Thursday, January 25th, 3:38 p.m. New York City time. And I just want to do a couple of quick trade breakdowns. And these are trades that I currently have running. And so just going to review the entries and the reason for it here. So what you're seeing on the screen right now is soybeans, okay? And this is the 1 hour chart right here at the moment. And so basically what we had here is you can see this big downtrend. We've been making these lower highs and lower lows all the way down here. And then we had a break in this structure basically right here. Okay, we had price come up here and take out this swing right here. However, this swing right here is really the more important one, okay? Because this was the last swing that led to this low. When price came down over here off of this swing, you can see we did not make a new low. It was pretty much an equal low. And then we started to correct. So this is the area I really was interested in. And so after price made this low, you can see it came down and again failed to make a new low, which is usually a pretty bullish sign, that price is going to continue to go up. Now the overall trend is still down, so I was looking still for a short. I did not take anything long going in here, although you certainly could have taken a long position back up here, but I didn't. And so we started seeing price then begin to make higher highs and higher lows. Okay, we had this right here, which was really the first one, higher high, higher low compared to over here. And we had a small one here, and then we began to chop around up in this area. Once price got back up near this area, or really anywhere above, say, 50, 60% retracement off of here is where I started looking for bearish price action. So if we go down to, like, say, a shorter time frame, now it gets this, these candles get really choppy because this is not a really heavily traded market, so you get these kind of distorted looking candles, but you still get the point here. So here is the last major swing here on this correction that went up. Okay, so if I put a little box around this and we go back to the hourly or say a 30-minute chart, you can't really see it, but it's right there. Okay. And so what I basically was waiting for, price action. Now you could have used this one too, because this technically was the last swing before this high was made. So this would have been another option, but I didn't take it until it broke this one. And so you can see what happened is price got up here, and then we basically had this long bearish candle right here on the short time frame, and that's where I got in. Actually, I think I got in on a 1 minute time. Yeah. So it's right here on this 1 minute chart. As soon as price broke this level right here, I got in short right here. And you can see price headed down the rest of the day. Now the market is closed now. Things are just kind of sitting here doing nothing. I'm going to hold this short. I do think that this will continue to the downside. It looks pretty bearish, and probably will get back down to at least down to these recent lows. So it's basically just looking at the longer time frame and having this correction, just kind of identifying a good swing area where in this case, the last swing high was made before the low. And you can see price, if I grab the crosshair tool and come over here, you can see, look at the horizontal line, right? It came exactly back to this high right here and then turned and went back down. So it respected this area. Had it broken through this level in here and started to turn higher above this level, then my bias would have changed to a more of a bullish bias, but that didn't happen. And so I do expect to see prices continue down. Whether it makes new lows or not, who knows at this point. But it held this area, and that's what I was looking for. I basically was looking for price just to hold basically anywhere in this area right here. Okay, and you can see that's exactly where it came, right back into here. Okay, I would have given it a little breathing room even up to here, maybe not that much. Let me be a little more precise. You know, maybe like to here. I would have given it breathing room anywhere inside here, but it just basically broke into this rectangle. And then again, I just went to a shorter time frame, waited for it to take out a swing on this uptrend on the shorter time frame, and that's when I entered. Okay, so that's that. I want to look at the Nasdaq futures. And you can see on Nasdaq, I'm currently short, although prices pulled back significantly here. Wasn't in front of my computer the last couple hours. I probably would have closed this on a day trade, but I still think this will go down. And this is kind of similar. So if we go out to a 30-minute chart, we can see we're in this very strong uptrend here. We have a significant swing right here on the higher time frames. If you like the 30-minute to 1 hour, this area right here was a significant swing where price then went up and made this new high. On the shorter time frame, we have a more minor swing right here where I have this yellow horizontal line, okay, where price just kind of, you know, came up here off this major swing, came up here, all right, and then tapped back into here again, went up and made this high right here, okay? So this is a secondary area on a shorter time frame. But this is your major swing down here on the higher time frame. And then you can see what happened. Price broke this. So I was concentrating on this minor swing area. Now look, if you wanted to just like forget all about this minor swing area and say, look, I'm trading on the higher time frames. I just wanted to see price break below this zone and then wait for a retest and then go short. Right, to wait to see the price come down here, take out this area, right, bounce back up, you know, somewhere, you know, 50, 60, 70% retracement, okay, and then look for bearish price action and take this down, okay? So that is perfectly fine. I was looking for more of a potential for a day trade, and so I was being a little more aggressive, so I went to a shorter time frame and I identified this area right here, okay, as another swing area. Not so much this one. I like this one better because you can just see price clearly had a lot of interest in this area, how it kind of chopped around here, whereas here it just went boom and then right back up again. All right, but this area I really liked. So I drew out this horizontal line, and again, same thing, I went down to a shorter time frame, and as soon as we breach so now we see price go up, all right, and so as soon as we breached the swing high, now I was a little bit late because technically I could have gotten in. You see I have this smaller horizontal line. Technically this low right here was the first breach, so you could have actually gone short right here at the close of this candle. It's a couple of points lower. I waited for it to take out this one right here, and then I entered short, and then you can see price went down. And I still think that we will see a further drop here. Probably not today, obviously, but at some point we'll see, you know, price retrace up to somewhere, and you know, you can see I have a initial take profit back at these lows right here. Okay, so again, but it's kind of the same thing as the soybeans, where it just basically went, you know, took out a recent swing, waited for the correction, and then just traded it down. And like I said, I'll hold this. It's really hard. This is really a counter trend to the larger time frame. These, you know, the ES, the Nasdaq, and the S&P have just been tearing to the upside. So this really is technically a counter trend trade on a longer time frame, but I did feel like it was worth at least a short-term sell on this. So we'll see. Hopefully I don't give it all back, but this is certainly not a trade that's going to end today. You know, maybe during the overnight, if it continues down to on the overnight, I might close it tonight. If not, I'm just going to let it roll right into the session tomorrow. But we'll see how it goes as we go through the night tonight. All right, so that's the futures, and that's those two trades. I did take a couple of forex trades. Just to show this one right here. So this is kind of a complete change in direction here. This is the Canadian Swiss. We can see on the if we look at the hourly chart, we had this long downtrend right here on the hourly chart. If we drop to a little bit shorter, maybe to a 15, we had this, probably the last swing was either right here or up here, depending how you want to call it out. And then you can see price went down. This was the open last night, the Asian session. You get these weird looking candles. You can see price really rallied out of there. It started to come down again, failed to make a new low right here, and then it came out, it continued back up, and it took out both of these areas right here. So whether you wanted to count this one or this one right here, I was looking at this one as the more major swing because of this big wick right here. So I was looking at this area right in here, okay, to take out. And then price broke through here. We had a little pullback, okay. Then on a shorter time frame, all right, once we tap back in this area, I took this long. This is a pretty small profit going on here, but I'm probably going to let this run, and I expect to see price, continue, and hopefully get back at least up near these highs. So this is kind of almost a total change in direction, but you can see on the shorter time frame how it kind of took out the recent swings, and once you see that swing's been taken out, and this was a very telltale sign right here. And this price rallied out of the open, and then when it tried to come down, it couldn't get anywhere. And it really, honestly, as soon as it took out this high, anywhere from here would have been, between here and here would have been good areas to look for longs. But so this is a late entry. But like I said, I'm not really trading a lot of Forex, so unfortunately I missed some of these. But I still think this has some good risk to reward potential back up towards these highs, and that's what I'll be looking for going into tomorrow. Again, this certainly won't be a trade I close today, and we may see some retracement overnight during the Asian session, but I do think this will power further up into tomorrow just based on how this looks right now. So, all right, but anyways, those two futures trades I wanted to point out to you, and I hope that is helpful and just kind of how to analyze just price action. You can see no indicators on the chart. I do make different videos, some with indicators, some without. So for those of you that are just kind of like trading market structure and price, there was a couple of examples, and you can do that on any time frame combination. Now I happen to look at like 30-minute to 1 hour, 15-minute with entries on the 5-minute or the 1-minute. Look, you can do it on a daily chart and enter on the 4-hour, or 4-hour with an entry on the 30-minute to the 1 hour, something like that. So, again, price is fractal. And so whatever your horizon is for how often you can be in front of the charts and how, what you can really look at, you can do that. What I showed you on the other two futures contracts, you can do that on any time frame. So you pick your time frame you want to kind of analyze the action on, and then you go down to a time frame that's maybe 3 to 4 times lower than that. So if you're on an hourly time frame as your analysis time frame, then you want to enter on, say, a 15-20 minute chart. All right, that's where you're going to fine tune for your entries. If you're analyzing a 1 hour chart, 30-minute chart, then you're going to go down to a to a 15-5, maybe down to a 1-minute chart like I showed you, just to fine tune the entry. All right, and so on and so forth. So just some examples, and any questions or comments, certainly put them down below. Make sure you smash that like button and subscribe to the channel if you're just finding it for the first time. If there's anything else you want to see, and I'll keep you posted on those other two trades in soybeans and NQ, and we'll see how those play out. Like I said, I'm going to hold those for a while and see what they do. All right, guys. So have a fantastic night, and we'll talk to everybody soon. Thanks.